Oh, I'm gonna try to get through these a little bit faster. I know these videos have been on the edge of full-length episodes of the show, if not longer. So, this was shit. What was it? Not So Honest Abe and Best of Intentions. One, Caesar, Cleopatra. I'm sure there's something famous. I have no idea. Again, I'm sure there's someone famous. Abe. Quick synopsis of this episode. Basically, Molly is a very good person that helps all of her friends with their work, which what is it? I was watching on Twitter, the creator, I don't know, the creator of the show, I guess is saying, there is an overarching story, it's not going to get dark, which, okay. I still feel like there's still going to be certain dark elements, like stuff like the Owl House and other stuff, yes, it gets kind of dark, but it doesn't need to get, it's not necessarily, super duper, oh my god, dark. So I feel like it's going to be around that range of it, but, I do feel like there obviously are character motivations, stuff like that, like Molly kind of being is super nice to the point where she does everyone else's work except her own, and then it's just she's like, oh right, I like her character because she is very much a kind of character that kind of goes, she puts everyone else in front of herself. She has, I think, the spirit, I say, of a hero, of a good person. She puts other people ahead of herself, even though it does kind of get a bit in trouble. Even though, also, I will say too, she does do all this, which it harms her in a sense, where obviously she is not able to do her project all that well so easily. So she has Scratch. Basically get Abe Lincoln for her, which I love this part too. It's right here. Because hers is about Lincoln.
I saw Lincoln yesterday, and I promise you he's not going to care.
For 9 hours. And you've known President Lincoln this whole time? You have to ask him to help me.
I love this part because Molly immediately sees through his lie.
I don't know. I mean, Abe's a busy guy. Between, emancipating this and proclamating that.
Okay, Scratch, I get it. You don't actually know him. You don't have to lie to me.
I like that. Because, again, I don't know, something about these characters where they diverge from the usual, oh yeah, Scratch, you know Lincoln? And it diverges a little out of the way of that, just enough to where it's okay, these characters feel even a little bit more fleshed out, than other shows where it's just oh my god, it's kind of like the zombie movie thing. It's after the third or fourth zombie movie outbreak, it's kind of the point where you're like, really? You're telling me this entire world lived for around, I don't know, depending on when the movie comes out, and depending if it's supposed to be our time or not, 2020 years, and not one zombie movie came out. Not one. Not the mythology that originated from Haiti of white zombies, which really I think that was more of a drug thing, not really the dead coming back to life, or again, the Night of the Undead, or Dawn of the Dead, stuff like that. You're telling me there's no, you people have never seen a zombie movie. Bullshit. You know what, fine, infinite universes or whatever, I guess that is technically possible, but still, it's just really? And in this, it does feel like these characters are yes, we've seen these tropes before, whether it be the Mollywood one where Scratch is okay, the rich girl's gonna want to be in the movie and take over the movie, or in this case, Scratch, Molly Tracy's okay, you're just lying, you're lying, you actually don't know Abe Lincoln. I like that a lot, but Scratch does lie, and I'll say that they kind of bypass a little bit more of the feeling of those like other cliched episodes, because this episode is still used to build up Scratch's character.
The words were coming out of my mouth. I was thinking, why are you lying, dum-dum? This isn't going to turn out well for you.
See, like, he knows not only did he act stupid, but he also knows, like, this is gonna end badly. Or eventually, like, when he does talk with Molly, or is it about right here?
It may be because I slightly led her to believe I knew.
Also, Lincoln, instead of being an asshole, is actually kind of a cool person. I actually kind of really like too. That look, for some reason, gives me the Muppets, like, Eagle got character.
Never encourage deceit and falsehood, young man.
Also love how he's playing the music.
Okay, I lied to her and set her up with a fake Lincoln so she wouldn't find out I'm such a loser in the ghost world. I care what she thinks of me, okay?
I like that. You're still following the same tropes, yes, of, you know, the liar reveal and all that shit, but it builds on top of Scratch's character, which, give or take, it resets by the end, but it does still at least build up a character of that, yes, Scratch 100% still cares about Molly and what Molly thinks of him. I like that. He's very much a big brother character to Molly, and I love that. I love that a lot. Like, I know the show isn't gonna get dark or shit like that, but I would honestly 100% would love to see the different AUs and fan fictions that the creators made for this. Because here's the thing, I've not read any Owl House or Amphibia fan fictions, even though I'm pretty sure there's some pretty good ones out there. Actually, let me rephrase that. I've seen the art versions. The Outlaw AU is kind of one of my favorites. I like that one a lot. Actually, my favorite one is the one where loses a witch that gets sent to the human world. And the art for that, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Witches Among Us. And like, there's a comic. There's a comic trailer. It's really good. There's no music or anything. It's just reading it through, and like it's like different cues and stuff like that. And just how it's set up panel-wise. Go check this out. It's a really damn good Witch Among Us, Owl House, AU. And how it's set up, you can hear every like Disney like rock music tone different, or when the music cuts out and then like Lou's about to erase Gus's mind or some shit like it is so perfectly done. I'm like, wow, I love that AU. But I honestly would love an AU where it is like it doesn't, everything doesn't have to actually be dark and gritty, but I would love an AU where it is like Molly has to be protected by Scratch, or like, you know, there is a kind of like a fighting combo kind of thing. Something like kind of like Owl House, a little bit more, where there's a little bit more like Molly and Scratch have to kind of like fight together and use like, I don't know, spectral powers to fight things. I kind of would love to see that AU. I kind of would love to see that. Because I love the relationship of like their brother-sister relationship.
I didn't pay for my mocha. Wow. I did not.
Off topic, anyways. But anyway, so Molly does that. Scratch sets her up with this guy, which I'm just like, Molly, I'm just gonna assume you're very sleep deprived, and that's why you don't see straight through this. Like you don't see that's Jeff with the Geoff.
Yes,
But
sure. I can tell you about Lincoln. Who is he?
Mr. President, what are you?
also, I will say too, like, out of all the facts that they bring up, one fact that would have been kind of amazing is that. Wait a minute. Is that the guy from? Is that the son from? What is it called? King of the Hill. Is that the son from King of the Hill? Is that Bobby? But one fact, and I'll say this is a really fun fact about Abraham Lincoln. He is a undefeated eye gouger champion. Because back in the day, they used to have fights, or not really duels, but the name in the game was you had to gouge out your opponent's eye And basically, nope, I don't have. Sorry, I'm looking for some tears for my eyes. Basically, I didn't have to do that on camera. You had to gouge out you had to gouge out your opponent's eye, and Abraham Lincoln was undefeated at this. He gouged out a man's eye and said, "I'm never doing this shit again," and he never did. So he is an undefeated eye gouger. That is a true Abraham Lincoln fact. Which you would think that would fit in with half of the stuff that she says that, Jeff made up, but no. That is a true Abraham Lincoln fact.
16th President of the United
Thank you, my history teacher, for teaching me that.
States of America. You all know that I practice law, but did you know that in my spare time I also taught bears to polka?
What?
Then
I love how all of them are like, that's not right.
set out to sea to find my fortune as a pirate. I went by the name Calico Jack.
I like how he somehow makes pirates and cowboys together.
I warn you, Miss McGee, that those who make a mockery of history...
There's also a good pun.
...repeat it next semester.
That is a good pun.
Float here and watch her humiliate herself?
And again, Scratch coming to the rescue because he realizes the stupidity. Also,
Hey, Lincoln.
wait,
I'll take it to him.
What?
extra deep a Lincoln. Oh, I just got the joke too.
Personal pizza, so you know I gotta deliver it
Hold on.
to him personally.
Not that.
Oh, nice try.
Wait.
Chicago style! It's not even pizza!
I'm not someone who will defend Chicago for a lot of things. I will defend deep dish pizza. That shit is good. Also, it makes sense now why it is a Chicago pizza, because it's made for Abraham Lincoln, which Lincoln is kind of a big thing in Illinois, his home state. So that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And also it says Lincoln extra deep. I love deep dish. When Dino Nick's closed, I was so mad. I'm sure these are a lot of presidents that I just don't give a shit about. This whole bit with Abraham Lincoln I liked.
Class.
Also, I forgot to mention... Oh, yeah, the undead states of America. Alright. This part also... It's the kind of, so pity that I kind of feel sad.
It's a VIP only club. Here is my official VIP card.
Real VIP.
You're fooling anyone, pal. You're a nobody. I made that. Did you have to tear it?
It's true. Did he have to tear it? It is that kind of did he really have to be so mean? I like that is also kind of bit where it's just did you really have to be such of a dick?
I can't rent a gorilla. What kind of zoo are you?
Also, Molly trying to rent a girl is amazing. And then something I didn't expect until right now is I love it looks like she's playing the piano, but it turns out it's Abe. I'm not gonna play all of it, but
But for, he kept us united through the Civil War because he believed every person had the right to be unchained, liberated, completely free. So he rocked the nation.
I like a good Hamilton reference. Also, I just realized her chin kind of extends way too far down. But I like a good Hamilton reference, and this was a good way to sneak in to make a Hamilton-esque song, but about Lincoln. I like that. That's cool. But yeah, this one I love, and then I love the very end too when the science fair pops up.
Science fair? Oh no. Scratch. Do you know Einstein?
Yes, because I've learned nothing.
Yes, because I have learned nothing. I love that a lot. Also, that again, Scratch caring for Molly. I just love in this episode a lot. And hold on a minute. Come here, handsome. Look, handsome. You want to tell them about Molly McGee? No, or you just want to get the hell out of here? You okay, Zozo? They probably can't hear me, but In any case, yeah, I like this episode. This was a cute episode. Again, it builds more on Scratch, his character, stuff like that. overarching story, I do hope there is a good one. Like, I love the episodic stuff. I love it. I love this so far. The episodic stuff I love in this series. I love the episodic stuff in this series. I really do. Can't wait to see more of this. And then, let's see here. Then the next episode was Nintentions, which this one I'll get by real quick, probably. Basically, Grandma Nin comes over to visit, which I guess the more technical things. I like that I brought up in the first episode how Molly and her family like wear only socks inside the house, and you do see like they have their shoes by the door, which I believe is a really Thai thing. They bring up Durian, I don't know what it's called, but I learned about that from Amphibia. Also I gotta look up now Thai mythologies and religion and stuff like that now, because I'm starting to like Thai things and I kind of want to learn more about their culture. It's kind of how I got into Japanese mythology, as well as now Norse mythology, and as well as European mythology kind of has always been around, so but at least in my wheel of things, you want to learn, you want to try to find hard mythology stuff. Try to look up Taino / Puerto Rican mythologies. All I got was a goddess of storms. That's about it much I got. I can't even figure out really why those masks are a thing. Actually, I did. Something to do with the church. But
You have to open it first.
I know. I was just...
also, I don't know how you didn't figure that out. Also, I thought maybe the dad, like, I thought maybe they were his adopted kids. Like he was into the or stepkids. But I guess they're actually related, which cool. I guess that's kind of where Molly gets the more lighter skin tone, I'd imagine. I think. I don't know, because you do see when they get married. Also, I will say this: I love all of Molly's reactions.
Smells like rotten eggs and burnt rubber.
That's what Amphibia told me.
Hey, Dad, what's going on with...
Something about Molly's reactions. It always reminds me of a cat. I really do feel like they were like, all right, we're going to make, and which makes sense because this girl, like, if you've seen Owltown, you know I do like, did I show in the episode 1? I think so.
The dream team knew...
The cat mouth. I love the cat mouth.
You and me for all time.
But Molly has this cat mouth multiple times, and I really do feel like they really designed her after a cat, because like just that the back hunching over, the eyes kind of going this way, like it reminds me of hold on, let me see. Damn it, there's a picture of a cat and it's like apparently it's a black cat and it's wet, and like his eyes are looking like this way and his feet are like look like giant socks. It's on Twitter. I don't know where the hell it is. I find it hilarious, and I can't find it. But Molly very much has these cat-like expressions. Like even when that episode where Stress tells the mom to go cook, like she has that like cat-eye expression with fear.
Lord, what died in here?
That's offensive. What? Not as offensive as that.
Oh, the durian brought to eat.
Now I want to try durian because I played Disgaea 4. I'll get to this. I played Disgaea 4, and in that they really hyped up sardines. Valvatore's hyped up sardines, how good they are, and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I want to try sardines. I popped open a can, I ate some, and it was good. I couldn't smell a damn thing on them. I smelled it. I didn't smell anything. I smelled like, they have no smell. And I ate them, and it's fine. Grandmother comes by, is like, what the hell is that smell? And like, I ate some, like, what do you mean? She's like, your breath smells like fish. I'm like, it does? I couldn't smell a thing. And she's like, I'm like, I ate sardines. And she's like, you didn't smell your breath? I'm like, no, I don't smell anything. I, for some reason, cannot smell sardines, which is very surprising, because if I walk into a Bed Bath & Beyond, is it Bed Bath & Beyond, or is it Bed Bath or whatever the hell it is, where it has all the soaps and shit, if I walk into there, the smell in there can knock me out. Like, the smell in there, like, all the smells, like, override all my senses, and I will get sick. But sardines, perfectly fine. I can't even smell it. I don't know why that is. If someone could tell me why. So I want to try Duran because I want to see, or Durian. I don't know what the hell this is. Because I think it would be cool.
What's going on with Mom and Grandma Nin? I'm sensing...
Also, I love that. I love that running joke of thunder and shit always going off. Because where is it? Also, hold on. Before I get to that part, I love this part.
I'm gonna fix all your feelings. I'm not giving...
Oh, I just realized that she drew a ghost. So ghosts most likely have been a major part of their life for a while. And also, I'm sure we'll probably see these characters soon. The mom looking sad or like disappointed and stuff like that. It reminds, I can't remember if it's George Lopez or 2.5 Men that George or Charlie point at their mom and go, "You see that? You see that? That is an old woman trying to buy her way into heaven when she's trying to be all nice to the grandkids." But it apparently was a bad mother throughout the rest of her life. I'm not saying Nin was a bad mother, but this just reminded me of that joke. Also, those noodles look so damn good. Also, I love that. That's a very mom thing. That is a very mom thing. The only other, like, very family-esque thing that I've ever seen, I think, on TV was the point in, if you've seen Superman and Lois, there's a point where one of their kids has starting to gain superpowers and doesn't tell the dad about, like, that they're messing with them, and on a football game nearly blows up one of the teammates or something happens. I can't remember what it is, and you just see Clark look at his son and go, "Get over here!" And I'm like, oh my god, I believe he's a father. Holy shit, I felt that. That was a more father-esque, that was a more parent-esque scene, but yeah. What are these two? I want to eat these. A lot of food, whether it be, I don't want to say Asian because I don't know if that's the correct term, that area of the world, I love their food. I don't know why. I love noodles, which is really funny because rice is a very big part of, like, Hispanic, Puerto Rican kind of things. I can eat one spoonful and that's it. When my entire family could eat an entire, like, panful, I can only eat about 1 spoon of Hispanic rice before I'm like, yep, I'm done. I cannot eat anymore. I am physically incapable of eating any more of that. But you give me some Asian food, put some soy sauce on that shit, delicious. I'll eat that sucker all day. But more specifically, I'll get the noodles. I love the noodles. And chicken. Also, this is a really good. Oh. Why is there just a rat? Why is a rat? The rat's like, this is awkward. This. Why? I was like, oh god, what have I said again? Oh, here. I think it's right here.
Remember?
Oh god. Yeah, that alone, that's a pretty dark joke. He cuts off his own fingers. Yeah, there's no blood, but...
Great. Deal.
Now eat this dirt.
Hey, Dad, that thing's not getting any better, is it?
He cuts off his own fingers. That's some... Like, you could do some terrible body horror. You could do some body horror.
That thing's not getting any better, is it?
They do some good body horror with Scratch.
You told us to not get in between Mom and Nin.
Told you not to mess with Jinx.
I think it's right here.
That's a supernatural entity. I am telling you that is odd.
I love that because he's like, I don't know what, like, I'm a ghost and I'm freaked out. Like, even the ghost can't explain what the hell is going on, and I love that. Also, let's see here when they elope.
Honey, we need to talk about the tensions.
So.
We have to get to the bottom of it to be mad that we elope.
This is cute. Apparently they elope too.
Is that it?
Scratch. Grandma Nin didn't get to see her daughter get married.
I'm going to go ahead and probably agree with that.
Here today.
And I like how they make it a Thai wedding. They don't just make it a regular wedding. I like that. Again, they really try to add, like, her culture into this, and I like that. I like that a lot, because I don't know much about Thai culture. Though I do wonder why white is more of a symbolic thing around this, or is that because of European kind of thing? Because I know the reason why white apparently is a very big thing, at least back in the day. The reason why white was a big thing was to say, like, yes, look how rich we are. And, yeah, if you thought it was about purity, no, that's bullshit. The real reason why white was a whole big thing was like, yes, look how rich we are, that we can afford white, clean clothing. Unlike you poor folk who can just dress in whatever. That's the real reason why, like, there's white. So, I wonder in other cultures if that actually is like that, or if that is just because of European stuff mixing in with that stuff. I kind of wonder. But yeah.
I asked for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Also, I really like Nin. She really gives Grandma Nin. She really gives off that old grandma feel. And I like that. Like the nice grandma feel. Like I don't feel like anyway she's a bad person or parent.
Wedding, and you don't have much room to talk.
Even though them fighting is like very much like, yeah.
Super quickly to the Songkran.
The cleansing her hands, I believe. I don't know why there's a cow.
Mom, stop stepping on me! You stop stepping on me!
And I do like that in the end, like, even though I will say, like, the ending, I guess this is more or less, they're just recently started fighting, because basically it turns out the grandma's, she's mad because her mom got an art degree. She's mad because she thinks her mom is mad at her for getting an art degree, but Nin says, no, it's because you're not doing your art, and you should do your art. And I'm like, oh, like, okay. Like, but she's like, you've been doing your pig thing. I'm like, well, to be fair, she's doing that because they're not making enough money. Like, there is a time and place, but yeah.
No, Molly, you got it all wrong. Grandma Lynn doesn't care about that. She's upset that I didn't finish a law degree and studied art instead. No, you got it wrong, Cheryl. I'm upset because you gave up on your art.
Also, the eye kind of tweaking into that. Honestly, at this point, it's all right. Like I've honestly gotten used to it.
You could follow your dream. You are talented.
That's actually really nice artwork.
Yeah, you always have been. So stop selling pork and get back to your art. Oh, Mom. There is no hope. But I get what you're saying. And
See, and that's nice. I like that, but also in that same sense too, like the reason why she's been doing the gig pig thing is because they need the money. So
thank you.
Now hug it out and seal the deal. I'm not leaving anything to chance.
also, I do love that Scratch basically doing it all just for snacks.
All right, come again soon, and if you can't, send snacks.
And I will say this show has so many good, like, this show, I don't know, like, I love the Owl House, I love Amphibia, but I feel like this show has gotten the most laughs out of me from, like, out of those three. I feel like, even though, like, there's so much heartwarming shit in Owl House, and in Amphibia there's some bits here and there, finale is kind of the best part of Amphibia. This one always at least gets one, like, like, it literally just, like, uppercuts me joke.
Hi, Mom.
Like, in, like, the last episode, it was the part where Scratches goes, and I haven't learned a thing!
Bye, Nan.
What is it, Mom?
Or,
A reminder.
this part too.
If it says flat rate boxes, you can shoot anything.
I think it was that, or I can't remember what it was, but yeah, this show, honestly, it's awesome. I love this show so damn much. This is, again, I'm putting this up there with Owl House, Amphibia, and Molly McGee. Like, out of running shows right now, these are pretty much my three top faves. This show is what, technically 10 episodes in, but really 5 because they're mushed together. Whatever. this show is already one of my favorites. The writing is really good. The comedy is really good. They know how to play around with tropes. They know how to play around with like slight body horror with like Scratch, or make the characters very likable. The character designs I really love. My only issue with Molly, honestly, character design wise, is there's not a specific thing I can nail down to say like that's her thing. Maybe the jacket, but not even really. Like, I guess, and technically it's just regular clothing too, but like, you know, season 3 shirt. Luz, her hoodie. Like, I would love if Molly had a specific thing. She kind of doesn't. Scratch does. She kind of doesn't. Like, it is just white shirt. Like, anyone could do this, and you know what? That's not bad. That's a good thing that like anyone could basically cosplay this if they wanted to. Also, really do like how really, if you take out the jacket and the skirt, her character, she's just wearing black and white. Like, the jacket and the skirt kind of add more color to it.
You mean her snacks?
Or her snacks. Of course her snacks are delicious. What's the plan?
But yeah, but still, I like this. I wonder if that's a Harry Potter thing. But anyways,
Put her through a terrifying ordeal that'll bond them for life.
again, and also this too. I like this. So, like, again, the art style. I love this show a lot. It's really great. I don't know when the new episode's going to come out because they just dropped all these on Disney Plus, and I'm just thinking you couldn't do this for the Owl House. Not drop the whole season on it. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like just make the Owl House a Disney Plus show. Finish it off correctly, you dicks. But anyways, I like this show. I like it a lot. Definitely gonna see more. You might see some inspiration in Owl Wolf Town because there was a character I was dreading, and then I'm like, I need to make this character a little bit better. And then I'm thinking like, I like something that I'm seeing in this show, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit in there. But anyways, you'll see that probably soon. Who knows? Owl Wolf Town. Go check it out. Yeah, it's only on one episode right now, and I've been working on episode 2 for a long time. And it's mostly just on background. Yay! But thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. My vision is still blurry because I'm still recording at the same time because I got LASIK again. But thanks for watching my videos, and we will see you later. Misery Shack shirts. This not sponsored, but I love their stuff. Also Grom, their jersey, and Otter with the Dark Side, and hopefully Molly McGee stuff.